Mr. President,
Mr. Pinkerton, what news do you bring from the field?
well, as you know, for more than 8 years, there's been a hidden but growing network of abolitionists, of freemen and slaves in the South. They now call themselves the Lincoln League. I've been connected to this group for some time. They've been a great resource of information on investigations. However, since you graciously appointed me head of Union Intelligence, I've expanded my operations on recruiting.
Recruiting?
Yes, sir. Freemen and slaves in the South. Recruited as our very own spies. And now, every home of Confederate politicians, military officers, socialites, the slaves they own, be listening to every strategy and conversation right under their noses, in front of...
But invisible.
Precisely. But needless to say, sir, over the last few months, they've been more willing to put themselves in harm's way to an even greater degree, to gather vital intelligence, and have actively recruited amongst themselves more and more men and women to participate. The information we've gathered is astounding. In other words, this will change the tide of war, Mr. President.
That's the thing about freedom. Even the slightest bit of hope that one can have it brings courage and bravery they never knew they had. You startled me.
No, my apologies, sir. But if I may be so bold, I think a more suitable rest would be your bed.
How can I rest when I send men to die in battle, turning wives to widows and taking fathers from children? I sacrifice sleep in the comfort of my bed, and they give of their lives. It doesn't seem fair, does it?
War is never fair, sir, nor the reasons it begins.
Did you know that some southern men do free their slaves, come north and become abolitionists? And some northern ones go south and become the most cruel of slave masters.
Hello, my name is Nathan D. Snyder, and I'm reading for the role of Alan Pinkerton. Thank you. Hey, so I'm very interested in this role, playing Mr. Pinkerton. I've always been interested in the Civil War era, and actually tomorrow I'm going to be going over to Charleston, South Carolina, and seeing some of the Civil War sites that are local to that area. You know, living in the West Coast, being in LA now, and being in California for over 20 years, I haven't really gotten exposed to a lot of the Civil War history here. Some of the sites, there's not really much over on this side of the country, but when I was a kid, I did grow up and went to elementary school in Massachusetts, so I was able to see some of the Boston culture, the Massachusetts culture with the American Revolution and the early colonial sites. And then I've also been to like Gettysburg and of course Washington DC. But I really like doing period stuff as an actor. I think I have the right face, the right type to play period roles, and I really like diving into the historical costumes and hair and facial hair and dialect, whatever it happens to be. And yeah, I would love to do it. I'm going to be, something about myself is that I actually do fly some drones on the side. I have a business doing photography, and that's how I kind of support myself while I'm pursuing the acting stuff as well. I am living in Los Angeles, so I'm not a local to Nashville, Tennessee, so I would need lodging, flights, accommodations. Thank you so much.